So I have a pump in the lake that I use to water my grass here at the lake house, and it keeps getting clogged up. So here's what the screen looks like. So my wife made this thing for me that I can put over the end of my pump. So we're going to use this to support it. So I'm going to drill a bunch of holes in this, and then we'll cut the top out here just enough to get the intake tubing for the lake pump. So I'm going to start out drilling holes, a whole bunch of holes in here. Try to keep it off the bottom in case it sits on the bottom of the lake. I want it to bring water in from up here. If any water goes through those little holes, we got a test bucket here. Let's check that out. This is speeded up 4 times normal speed. Something tells me that's not going to be enough. I'm going to have to go to the next drill bit up, I think. Alright, let's see if that fills up a little quicker. I don't think that's going to be enough, especially when I get some netting over this, so we'll go one more size larger on the holes. Actually went up 2 sizes. We'll see how this works. Another try. I think I might have just screwed myself, because all these little pieces of plastic, they're on the inside of this. Unless I can put some gravel in there and try to knock as many of them off as I can. Let's see if that works. Try to get this gravel in the yard here. Alright, let's try that, give it a good shaking. Well, let's see what we got. Put some water in there, see if we see anything else. Yep, I don't know. Certainly a bunch of plastic in there, but we'll see what happens. So the next step is to pull out the intake line and cut a hole in the jug so that'll fit. So on the end of this is a check valve. So the goal is to get this in here and then put the bag over it. So I want to cut out a hole big enough to get this in. I'm thinking I want to leave the handle here, so I'll probably go in on the side. It'd be nice if I had some tin snips here, but I don't know why I didn't bring those down. Oh, I was lucky. There's that part. Next to the netting. I guess the goal is You know, hopefully I'll have to clean this netting once in a while, but it should last longer than 20 minutes. So now if I can get water to get in that thing and sink it, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there it is. So let's turn the pump on and see what happens. Try to get over on this side, maybe we can see it. Behind that 4x4. So now I got to go see if it's running enough water out through the sprinkler. Okay, I can see the water from the sprinkler here. Looks like it's going about as high as it ever has, so it should be totally clear now. I guess the test will be see what happens in a half hour or so. I can only run this thing about a half hour at a time here. After that point I start getting runoff, so we'll check back later after a couple other spots trying to water for 20-30 minutes. Okay, so here's after running the pump for an hour. You can see I'm not getting very much flow out of it. So we'll do two things. We'll check the filter here at the sprinkler, and then we'll go back and check the intake. So here's what the screen looks like. So it looks like the something at the intake end is not working, so we'll go check that out next. So the only thing I can think of is the stuff that clogged up that screen is going through this netting, because this doesn't look too dirty. So back to the drawing board. Watch for a future video where I go to a plan B on this project. Every moment counts. New stylish, sophisticated decor. 2026